Hello everyone. Today we have to discuss oxidation with special reference to aromatization of these, including this reagent platinum with charcoal, DDQ and chloranyl. Let's start. As I told you, we have to discuss the aromatizing reagent, that is platinum, palladium or nickel with the metal with charcoal. Then DDQ, that is 2,3-dichloro-5,6-dicyanobenzoquinone, and then third is chloranyl. All these are oxidizing agent. Chloranyl is tetrachloro-1,4-benzoquinone. Okay. Before starting this, let us discuss what is meant by oxidation. We know that oxidation means addition of oxygen or removal of hydrogen or removal of electron. If any one of these three things is happen, that is called as oxidation. See here, this alcohol is oxidized to aldehyde. There is a loss of two hydrogen atom, that's why this process is called as a oxidation process. Similarly, see this example, aldehyde is oxidized to carboxylic acid. There is addition of one extra oxygen atom, that's why this process is also called as oxidation. It means oxidation is addition of oxygen or removal of hydrogen or maybe removal of electron. Removal of electron, the example we will see later on. See the another example also here, which indicates the oxidation process. This moiety is a single bonded moiety. By removing two hydrogen, we get double bonded moiety, and then double bonded moiety is converted into triple bonded by removing two hydrogen atom. In all these cases, there is a removal of hydrogen. That's why this process is oxidation. Now coming to our point, that is aromatization by using different reagents. The first is oxidation by the metal catalyst like platinum, palladium or nickel metal. This is the aromatization process by the removal of hydrogen. That's why also called as a dehydrogenation. See here, it is cyclohexane. It is converted to benzene by using palladium with charcoal or platinum with charcoal or nickel with charcoal at 350 degrees Celsius. Similarly, cyclohexene is also converted into benzene by using same reagent at same condition. It means the non-aromatic compounds are converted into aromatic compounds. See another example. This is cyclohexadiene. Same reagent, we get benzene. Cyclohexane, cyclohexadiene, all these converted into benzene, that is aromatic compound. Let us see some interesting example again. See, this is a non-aromatic compound, but this is aromatic compound. Its name is quinoline. Why it is called aromatic compound? It is a heterocyclic aromatic compound because it obeys Huckel's rule. That is, it is cyclic, it is planar, there is a delocalization of pi electron, and it obeys Huckel's 4n plus 2 pi electron rule. That's why it is aromatic in nature. This compound is non-aromatic. It is converted into aromatic compound. It is the derivative of anthracene. Same case, see, this is a non-aromatic compound. It is converted into aromatic compound. It is methylbenzene, that is toluene. This is a non-aromatic compound. This is aromatic, naphthalene. This reactant is non-aromatic. This isoquinoline, it is aromatic compound. This precursor is non-aromatic. Pyridine is aromatic. In all these cases, in all these examples what we discussed, there is a formation of aromatic compound from the non-aromatic compound. So this example, it is a non-aromatic, but quinoline is aromatic. So, lot of examples we have discussed so far. See this one, it is a piperidiene. On dehydrogenation, it converted into pyridine. Loss of hydrogen atom takes place. 3 hydrogen molecules are removed as a byproduct and we get the pyridine. This is a non-aromatic compound. On reaction with the same reagent, we get the pyrrole, which is aromatic compound. Okay, so whatever may be the precursor, when you treat it with the platinum charcoal, palladium charcoal or nickel charcoal at 350 degrees Celsius, we get the aromatic compound. Okay, now second reagent, which is a very recently widely used reagent for the aromatization purposes, which name is the DDQ. This D stands for dichloro, second D stands for dicyano, and Q stands for quinone. Its long form is 2,3-dichloro, IPAC name is 2,3-dichloro 5,6-dicyano benzoquinone. See, this is the DDQ. This is a benzoquinone. This is benzoquinone. This is 1, 2, 3. At 2 and 3 position, chlorines are there. So, it is 2,3-dichloro, 4, 5, 6. And 5 and 6 positions are occupied by cyanide. So, it is 5,6-dicyano, and it is a quinone or benzoquinone moiety, 1,4-benzoquinone, because the carbonyl groups are at 1 and 4 position with respect to each other. So, it is 1,4-benzoquinone. So, it is 2,3-dichloro 5,6-dicyano 1,4-benzoquinone. Its abbreviation is a DDQ. How the DDQ is prepared? See, this DDQ can be prepared from the quinone or benzoquinone in 2 steps. The first step is a reaction with potassium cyanide and hydrochloric acid in ethanol media. In the second step, potassium perchlorate and hydrochloric acid is used to treat the first product, and we get 2,3-dichloro 5,6-dicyano benzoquinone, that is DDQ. Okay. Now, directly coming to the applications of DDQ. As I told you, this DDQ is also the aromatizing agent. It aromatizes the compounds. See, what is this? It is cyclohexadiene. Cyclohexadiene on treatment with DDQ get converted into benzene, that is aromatic compound. It is interesting to see the mechanism that how this happens. See, this is cyclohexadiene, this is DDQ. This clearly indicates that as in carbonyl group C double bond O, oxygen is more electronegative than carbon, so pi bonded electrons are shifted on oxygen. When these pi bonded electrons are shifted on oxygen, obviously oxygen bears a negative charge, and this carbon will have the positive charge deficiency. So, as soon as the deficiency is created here, these pi bonded electrons are shifted here. This happens simultaneously. Opening of this pi bond and shifting of these pi bonded electrons, and then the positive charge will create here, then this pi bond will be shifted here. So, this happens simultaneously. This shifting, and this shifting. So, what is the charge on this oxygen? Positive. Actually, there is no charge formation. It happens simultaneously. That there is a formation of negative charge, and here as soon as the positive charge formation takes place, at the same time this hydride ion is transferred to this O positive. So, O positive and H negative OH is formed. It happens simultaneously. There is no separate formation of positive or negative charge takes place. So, this hydride ion transfer takes place. Hydride ion means what? Hydrogen having negative charge. It means this carbon hydrogen bond breaks heterolytically. This hydrogen gets the bonded pair of electron, so it have the negative charge, and carbon have the positive charge. So, carbon will bear the positive charge here. It is deficient. Positive charge is there means it is a deficient, and this H negative and O positive bond is formed. So, this is this formation of DDQ is converted into this. Now, it is non-aromatic. DDQ is non-aromatic, but now it is aromatic. Okay. But this cyclohexadiene now it is converted into carbonium ion. It is now unstable. Now it have to be stabilized. So in the next step what happens? Deprotonation takes place. This carbon hydrogen bond breaks catalytically. This bonded pair of electrons are shifted here. So pi bond is formed. In this way we get the benzene, that is aromatic compound, and this H positive, that is proton, goes to this O negative. So O negative H positive, OH is formed. So at the end, see, this benzene is aromatic as well as this hydrogenated DDQ is also aromatic. Initially this is non-aromatic, DDQ is also non-aromatic, but after product formation the product, that is benzene, is aromatic as well as this DDQH2 which is represented, that is hydrogenated DDQ, is also aromatic. It is interesting that how the DDQ is used for the aromatization process. Okay, see, this is another example of DDQ. Here it is somewhat different. Remember, the DDQ aromatize the compounds, only that those compounds in which at least one pi bond is there. See, in this case, in the ring there is no one pi bond, there is no carbon-carbon double bond. Therefore, it will not aromatize that. Now in this case, this is the ketone. There is a dehydrogenation takes place at alpha beta position. This is a carbonyl group, this is alpha carbon, this is beta carbon. In between alpha and beta, dehydrogenation takes place. There is a formation of pi bond and we get alpha beta unsaturated ketone. That is the case where there is no pi bond incorporated in the precursor in the ring. In that case, alpha beta unsaturated compound are formed. Then second application of DDQ is a benzylic oxidation. See this position or this position, these are the benzylic position, benzylic carbon atoms. This is aromatic compound, that is benzene. The next carbon to the benzene is called as a benzylic carbon. Okay, see this compound on treatment with DDQ, aromatization takes place. It is the same case that what I told you, that when at least one pi bond is there in the ring, then aromatization takes place. In this way, the non-aromatic compound is converted into aromatic compound. See this case, here aromatization is not possible due to this oxygen. So in that case, what happens? With respect to this carbon-carbon double bond, this is a benzylic carbon. So the pi bond will form here. We may say it at a conjugated position, double, single, double. So dehydrogenation takes place definitely, but not aromatization, and here pi bond is formed. Pi bond is formed. Okay. See this case. This is a non-aromatic compound. On treatment with DDQ, see what happens here. Same as the previous case. This is a benzylic carbon and the pi bond is incorporated here. This is a pi bond. Okay. In this case also aromatization is not possible due to the this attachment of two methyl groups here at the same carbon. There is no hydrogen atom. The carbon is sp3 hybridized. For the aromatic compound, we required sp2 hybridized carbon atom. Okay. See some other examples of this DDQ. Here see, this is a precursor on treatment with DDQ. See what happens. This is the ring where one pi bond is there. It is aromatized. And this is the ring. It is a ketone, we can say it is cyclohexenone, and aromatization takes place. This C double bond O is reduced to alcohol, rearrangement reaction takes place. This ring get aromatized as well as this benzylic carbon is oxidized. Dehydrogenation takes place, pi bond formation. So this takes in the same using the DDQ, aromatization of this ring, aromatization of this ring. When the aromatization takes place, it will reduce to OH, and this is a benzylic carbon. Here the pi bond formation takes place simultaneously. This case we have already discussed that this is non-aromatic, it is converted to aromatic. All these are just examples of aromatic, this DDQ. This is a non-aromatic compound, it converts to aromatic. This is aromatic. Why? Because alternate double single bonds are there, so it is aromatic compound. This is non-aromatic. This is non-aromatic, but this is aromatic because there is no alternate double single bond. It obeys all these compounds obeys Huckel's rule. That is cyclic moiety, planar delocalization of pi electrons, and obeys 4n plus 2 pi electron rule. Yeah, this is again a non-aromatic, it is aromatic. Okay, double single arrangement is not there, it is alternate double bond single bond, obeys Huckel rule. This is interesting. This is non-aromatic compound, it is aromatic compound. How it is aromatic compound? Its name is tropolone because it obeys Huckel rule. How it obeys Huckel rule? See, imagine this oxygen. We know oxygen is more electronegative than carbon, so pi bond is open on oxygen, carbon have positive charge. Now just see this moiety, see 7-membered ring having 3 pi bonds, all the 7 carbon are sp2 hybridized, sp2, sp2, this sp2, this sp2, this carbon having positive charge, deficient carbon is also sp2 hybridized, that is carbonium ion. So it is nothing but the tropylium cation, and we know that the tropylium cation obeys the Huckel rule, that is planar cyclic delocalization of pi electron. If you see the delocalizing structures, it will give the 7 resonating structures, and it obeys the 4n plus 2 pi electron because there are 3 pi bonds, so 6 pi electrons are there. So this non-aromatic compound is converted into aromatic compound due to DDQ. So these are some examples, the different type of example. Rearrangement reaction. Here the methyl group is migrated to other position along with the aromatization. Aromatization of this ring takes place, means naphthalene moiety is formed. But as this carbon is sp3 hybridized, and for the aromatic compound we required sp2 hybridize. So for possessing the aromaticity, this methyl groups itself rearranges on the ortho position. This is the mechanism of this migration process, why this migrated. Okay. The next application of DDQ is oxidation of alcohols. As it is oxidizing alcohols, it oxidizes the secondary alcohol to ketone. See the examples. But condition is that the alcohol OH group should be hindered, sterically crowded. Only in that case oxidation takes place. While if the OH group is less hindered, then no reaction takes place. That is the speciality of DDQ that you have to be remember. See, this is a secondary alcoholic OH group, secondary alcoholic group. This is methyl group and this is isopropyl group, and this dark line indicate that all are from the same side. So there is steric hindrance. This hydroxy group is sandwiched between two groups, methyl group and isopropyl. So it oxidizes to ketone. Same is the case here. This OH group is also oxidized to ketone. But see, this OH group is not oxidized because this isopropyl group, which is a bulky, it is on the front side, OH group is on the back side, and on back side of this OH vicinity, in the vicinity of this OH, only methyl is there, which is a not bulky group, no steric hindrance, therefore no reaction. It is amazing, but it is a fact that no reaction takes place in case of less hindered secondary alcohol. Okay. This is a secondary alcohol oxidized to ketone. This is also secondary alcohol but not oxidized to ketone, because in this case there is a bulky air group. Here there is no such type of bulky air group is present. So remember, DDQ oxidizes secondary alcohol to ketone only when there is a steric hindrance. Okay. This already I have discussed. These are some more examples that alcohol is oxidized to ketone without affecting carbon-carbon double bond. Alcohol is oxidized to ketone without disturbing this benzene moiety. These are some examples of phenolic cyclization of the substituted phenol. The substituted phenols where there is a long chain alkyl group and where there is a possibility of formation of stable 5 or 6 membered ring, in that case along with the oxidation, cyclization also possible. These are some examples. See, in this case 6 membered ring formation takes place. In this case 5 membered ring formation takes place. Similarly, here also 5 membered ring formation takes place. So this is all about the DDQ. DDQ is the aromatizing agent. It aromatizes the compounds in which at least one pi bond is there in the ring. Secondly, allylic or benzylic substitution, benzylic dehydrogenation takes place. And third is in case of cyclic ketones, alpha beta unsaturated ketone is formed. Then we have discussed the oxidation of secondary alcohol to ketone in case of hindered alcohols only. Now, unhindered, sterically uncrowded alcohol doesn't oxidize. After that, we have discussed the cyclization in the case of DDQ, only in that cases where the cyclization is possible to give the stable ring, that is 5 membered and 6 membered ring. Okay. The next is chloranyl. Next oxidizing agent or dehydrogenating agent is chloranyl. Tetrachloro-1,4-benzoquinone is the chloranyl. It is also analogous to DDQ. Only the difference is that in DDQ 2 chlorine and 2 cyanides are there. In chloranyl all the 4 positions, that is 2, 3, 5 and 6 are occupied with chlorine. There is no cyanide. Okay, how it is prepared from the benzoquinone or quinone? This benzoquinone on treatment with potassium perchlorate in hydrochloric acid medium get converted into chloranyl. Its functions are same as that of DDQ. We will not go in detail about the mechanism. Let's see the synthetic applications of chloranyl. These are same as that of DDQ. See, this is a non-aromatic compound. It is aromatic, naphthalene. It is a non-aromatic compound, aromatic, quinoline. This one is a non-aromatic compound. This is aromatic, isoquinoline. Now it is interesting to see in case of chloranyl, in case of cyclic alpha beta unsaturated ketones, dehydrogenation takes place in homoannular ring. See, this is alpha beta unsaturated ketone, and on reaction with chloranyl, same as that of DDQ, pi bond will form at this position, alpha beta position, and we get homoannular homoannular double bond, that is alpha beta unsaturated from this side as well as alpha beta unsaturated from this side. Okay, mechanism is same as that of DDQ. Let us see the mechanism of this first reaction, that how this is converted into naphthalene, that is aromatic compound, by using chloranyl. Yes, this is non-aromatic. This is our not DDQ, it is chloranyl. Sorry, pi bond is open here because oxygen is more electronegative than carbon. Then these pi bonded electrons are shifted here, these pi bonded electrons are shifted here. Oxygen have the negative charge, so this is oxygen having negative, deficient oxygen. Immediately hydride ion transfer takes place. It means carbon hydrogen bond breaks electrolytically, carbon acquire positive charge, deficiency, hydrogen acquires negative charge, this H negative O positive bond is formed, OH is formed. What is the charge on the carbon? Positive, deficient carbon is formed. In the immediate step, what happens? The deprotonation takes place, this proton has been lost, and this H positive goes to, proton goes to this oxide ion and it stabilizes. We get this hydrogenated derivative of chloranyl, which is aromatic in nature. See, this is aromatic. Chloranyl is not aromatic, but the after hydrogenation. What is the driving force in case of DDQ and chloranyl? In both the cases, the driving force is that the substrate is converted into aromatic compound, as well as the reagent, that is DDQ and chloranyl, also converted into aromatic compound. And all of you know that the aromatic compounds are more stable than the non-aromatic compound. That is the motivating force, that is the driving force for the reaction. Okay, so this proton migrates to this, and this bonded pair of electrons are shifted here, and in this way we get the stable aromatic compound, that is naphthalene. Okay. Now let us see the difference between the DDQ and chloranyl. Function is same, but differences. Quinone of the chloranyl is less reactive compared to the DDQ. Hence, the product formed using chloranyl and DDQ varies as kinetically and thermodynamically controlled products respectively. Here you can see DDQ, with the DDQ, this is our reactant. With DDQ, the pi bond is formed in conjugation to this alpha beta unsaturated carbon-carbon double bond. See, double, single, double, this is single and double. Here pi bond is formed. This is thermodynamically controlled product. While with chloranyl, we get the homoannular ketone. Means both the rings are present in, both the bonds are, pi bonds are present in same ring, homoannular. Here the bonds are, pi bonds are in different rings, so it is heteroannular. This is thermodynamically controlled DDQ. It is a kinetically controlled product attributed to the chloranyl. So this is all about the aromatizing agents under the title oxidation. So far we have discussed the platinum, palladium, nickel, charcoal, nickel with charcoal at 350 degrees Celsius as aromatizing agent. Then we have discussed in detail about the DDQ as well as chloranyl.